Hey everybody, I'm back. So, okay, first off, before I start the video, if you hear screaming, laughing, things being thrown, it's because Dylan is trying to keep the boys occupied and they got this little golf set and they're like bats and everything in there, so they're clubs and then they're bats from their baseball bats and everything. So they're kind of just like, I don't know if you can hear them, but they're all going crazy right now. So he's trying to keep them occupied while I update you guys a little bit about what's going on. So first off, I want to apologize for not coming on sooner. Honestly, at the time, I didn't tell you guys because I wasn't quite sure of what was going on. Obviously, we moved, and just recent move as well. So we haven't even had all of our furniture delivered. Dylan, is he okay? So we haven't had all of our stuff delivered here yet, and we're like just trying to get settled in and everything. Basically, while everything has been going on, like, okay, when we were living at our last place, like, Dylan had gotten like a couple job offers and everything, and to move. So we had moved to Minnesota, and I had actually grew up there for a little while, for probably about 4 years when I was younger, a little bit in my teen years, and then I think it was in my teen years, and then I think it was from like, I don't know, it was like 4 years up until I was like 13 or something, and then yeah. So, and then I came, you know, all over the place and whatever and whatnot. But okay, long story short, you know, he had like some good job offers there and some like really good job opportunities. So we had went there, and then we had a lot of trouble finding a place to live there. There just wasn't like a big variety of places to choose from, and most than likely we should have tried to do it over the phone, but he hadn't really started his new job yet, and so it was kind of hard to talk to people and get them to understand, you know, he hasn't started his job yet, but he's going to start when we move there and things like that. So we were like, let's just go. So we had went up there and I'd started everything and tried to do that, and honestly we ended up having to come back. So now we're back in a new place, and all of this though took several weeks and everything, like, so it sounds kind of short and sweet, but really this whole process has taken us forever. So now we've got us a little bit of like a cheaper place for now until, you know, we can get back basically to where we want to be, because we actually moved across the bridge from, we were in Louisville, Kentucky, and then we moved across the bridge to Indiana, about 20 minutes across the bridge. Eventually we do want to go back to Kentucky because I just love Louisville, and that's, you know, where I was born and everything, and that's just where we want to be. So eventually, probably after this year here, we figured let's just go get a you know, a place that's cheaper, get everything together for baby, do all that stuff, go on back home. So that's what we're doing, and he had gotten a different job here in Indiana, so we were like, let's just go ahead and do that. Which, if you understand like how close the two are from Louisville and Indiana, it's just, they're so close. Like, if you have lived in that area, like, you know, because like for years when we lived in Louisville, he actually worked for like 2 years over here in Jeff in Indiana. So while we were living in Louisville, he was just driving, I just hit my hand on the wall. He's just driving back and forth to work. So it's not amazingly far or anything. You can still go over there for shoppings and things like that. Life has just been crazy. And now he actually has another few more job interviews and everything, because lined up for next week. So some really, really great job opportunities. And one of the jobs has basically already told them they want him, that he just needed to do a second interview with like the main hiring person, like the main manager, hiring manager, or whatever. So they did tell him that they wanted to hire him, whatever, it's just higher pay and everything. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It sounds good, but no promises, of course, until you actually hear the word yes. So waiting for that stuff. Okay, and then honestly, I know you guys are wanting to know updates on pregnancy, and I'm actually not going to tell you the gender today, okay, because they did tell me the gender and it was pretty obvious, but what the gender was. But then again, I have another ultrasound tomorrow, so I was like, the reason why I have to get a second ultrasound is because baby had their hand, try not to say the sex, try not to say the gender while I'm like sitting here explaining what the baby was doing. So they had gotten all of the heart chambers. They'd gotten 3 of them, but they could not find the 4th because of where baby's hand was. So we have to do another ultrasound tomorrow, which is fun. I'm not complaining. So they still believe everything is fine, just baby was in the way. So tomorrow, it's kind of just like confirming the gender like one more time as well. So I was like, I'll just go ahead and tell you guys that tomorrow, okay? So just one more day, okay? And then, but as far as that, my pregnancy has actually been going really good. Hardest part right now is my hypo. It's just seemed like I have been more exhausted. Like I have been falling asleep every night, like super early, like just super early, which I normally don't do. Like, I know you think I'd be exhausted and everything. I am exhausted after taking care of the boys and, you know, Liam and Dawson, and then being pregnant. But at the same time, I'm like, it's hard to, like, some nights you're so exhausted, excuse me, and you're like, go to sleep. And then other nights you're like, no, I need to stay up and have some me time. Like when daddy's asleep, the boys are asleep, you're just like, I want to just scroll through Facebook without someone poking on me, or I want to read a book without someone poking on me. So it's like, you know, back and get all the updates and do everything for you guys tomorrow. I promise you guys will get my bump update and everything. Then hi. And then
Don't you gotta bust a lip?
Why?
Well, you can say me and Liam
Why?
we was playing and look, Liam lost. He shot me right here too.
Oh my gosh. Dawson, is there my Dawson, he was bleeding?
Yeah, look at his top lip.
Oh no.
I ran him over.
No,
By accident?
Yeah. He was drinking his drink and I ran him over.
Okay, no more guns. No more guns. Too
What?
many boys.
Want some of this? Honey, I love you.
Oh my goodness. What are they doing out there? Dawson wanted to stay in here with me, but I am trying to wrap this video up so I can get out there with them before anyone else gets hurt. There's just so many boys in this house. Like, okay, like being a woman and like growing, okay, I had like total, my mom had 4 kids. There was 3 girls, including me, and then we had my brother. So it was like, which he's my older brother, I'm the youngest, but still, like, it was just, there wasn't like all this type of stuff going on in the house, okay? Like, my, Dylan, he had a brother, so it was just them 2, like 2 boys. My dad had just him and his brother. So, he wants to come in here. Okay, now he's taking them outside, I guess, so Dawson doesn't feel like I'm leaving him out. So, so anyways, okay. So yeah, so it's like, I'm not used to this because it's not really like, I don't know, like, and plus too, I'm a girl. So like to see, it's like really rough. Like it's hard to see them all play together and how rough, like even just Dawson and Liam, like when they fight or like get into it, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like why do you do this stuff to each other like constantly? So it's hard sometimes to get used to that. I say stuff to certain family members, they're like, okay, like they're boys, like that's just what boys do. So it's hard for me like to get used to that and everything and understand that because I don't have any girls. I don't know how girls are, but I know how me and my sisters were, and we were not fighting like this all the time. So it's like, I don't know. Boys are just more like rough natured, and I guess that's how God made it. I want to get you guys' guesses though, and I want you to guess down below too. Let's play a little game with it, and then tomorrow we can find out, you know, what I will tell you guys what the gender is. So I want you guys to guess down below what you think, boy or girl, and everything. I'm sorry this video is probably kind of boring. It's just me talking about coming back and everything. So yes, but I will be back now. I think that's it. If there's any other things that I didn't update you guys on, please tell me and let me know. The last thing, like, I just kind of feel like, yeah, that like God has like my life going through like turmoil right now. Just like everything, just like one thing after another has hit us lately, and it's just been so rough. But honestly, I'm really trying to just deal with that. Like, I'm really trying to just accept that this is like the place that God has us in right now, and just accept it with everything that's going on in our lives, like just all the craziness, like with changing jobs and moving, like all that stuff is just so stressful. And then on top of having the baby, it's just so stressful. So I'm just trying to remember that God is there with me, and he's always there with me, and I'm having to just accept what's going on in my life right now because I really don't have a choice. And so yeah, so that's pretty much it right now of everything that's going on. So I will update you guys tomorrow on the gender of the baby and everything else, like a complete update on my pregnancy, complete update. And then, yeah, so, but I'm back, so hope you guys are happy. But yeah, but comment down below, you guys, if you want to see any videos too of anything. I don't know. I mean, anything like makeup videos or anything like that. I'm not super amazing at makeup, but I do have a few makeup videos, I think, on this channel, so check them out. If you guys like them and you want to see more of those, let me know. I can do more makeup videos. Want that, let me know. Or like, do you guys want me to do a Q&A with Dylan? Do you guys want to meet Dylan? Have you guys met Dylan? I think you have, like when I told him that I was pregnant. So yeah, and if you're new to my channel, check some of my videos out about all that stuff. You guys can kind of get to know us maybe a little bit more. Okay guys, one more thing before I end this video. I had to run back in here because I didn't want to end the video without telling you this. I made a blogging website, so that has kind of kept me a little bit busy as well, but I do need to update that a little bit more, but I am going to put that down below. It's blogging about breastfeeding, a lot of like postpartum depression stuff and what we go through with that, and a lot of just mommy stuff, like just basic like mommy stuff that we go through, and then breastfeeding, stuff like that. So if you guys could please check that out for me, I would love you to. And I think that's it with that. So yes, that's all I wanted to add. Okay, bye guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.